So now I have the awesome Mary Fisher on with me. She's a great contributor to our Facebook group. She's so kind. We text, we DM. So now we're here on Nacho's Live. Like only 1 million people are watching in. Don't be too worried. And so tell us, Mary Fisher, what do you do on a daily basis with dentists to help them reduce stress?
Well, one thing I did, and you may know, I just wrote a book, the second edition of The Dental Business, A Blueprint for Success.
Awesome.
I've been in dentistry since the dawn of dentistry, just about, it seems like. But I help dentists. My main goal is helping buyers prepare to buy a practice by helping them through the due diligence, not as a CPA or an attorney, but as a practice management consultant.
I love this. So Mary, one of the things is, do you remember that book, It Takes a Village to Raise a Child? Well, it takes a team to get one dentist to buy a practice. So this is so good. We have the CPA, this. The people part is so challenging. It's easy to look at a P&L and see this, but the people part, what do you dig into with this people part for people about to buy a practice?
Oh, I'll do an employee census. Is that what you're talking about? Looking at the stats?
Really just anything. Yeah, the team is so critical. One of the real weaknesses I see in buying and selling practices is you can look at the supply bill, you can look at the other things, but knowing what it's like to be with the team, what are some examples of it, maybe success or stress that you've seen coaching clients?
Where the team is concerned.
Yeah.
Don't change anything. When you buy a practice, don't change anything for a little while. And I know they've heard that it's hard to do if you can't offer the same kind of package. But in my opinion, if you can't offer the same kind of package that you know before you buy that practice that team is receiving, you shouldn't buy that practice.
I 100% agree. Great.
Yeah. And try to keep, they're part of the goodwill. The doctor is a huge part of the goodwill, the patient-based goodwill, but that team, they have connection.
Golden Nacho tip there, and this will just help my awesome team. If you cannot pay the team what the other dentist is paying them, do not buy that practice, because nobody wants to be told they're going to be loved 20% less. The only people doing this are insurance companies. They're paying us less for the same work, and we're not too happy with them. And I have this book that I all the time, the Checklist Manifesto, that I love. I didn't write it. But one of my checklists, Mary, and you're just on the same page when I coach buyers or do anything, is when they take over a practice, if it's not illegal, if it's not immoral, if it's not unsafe, if it's not unethical, just do it for 6 months. You hate the carpet, the patients liked it. You don't like this painting, that you're going to threaten the team. You're going to take away their little troll doll up front, leave it for 6 months. Too often dentists go in and want to change too much, and they disrupt the connection with the team. And I just love what you had said there. Tell me a little bit about working with you. Someone's sitting there watching saying, I want to work with Mary Fisher. What's the process like? Do you do Zooms? Do you go to the offices? Tell us about that.
I review reports with them. They call me, we'll set up our business arrangement together, and then I will handle anything they need from me. I'm experienced with talking to their attorneys, their CPAs, and the dental practice. I can be the go-between with the seller if I need to.
Awesome.
And review the actual reports. And if the seller doesn't know how to get the reports, I can help walk them through it. So there's certain reports.
We got to add you to our Nacho Transitions team. Cool. So keep going with what you were saying before about being part of the transition team and working with you. Review reports, you get involved. When is a good time for someone to contact you in the process of considering a practice?
When they're ready to, if they're actually want me from the beginning, I can do that. I've done it from, I want you on my team, no matter which practice I buy. I want you involved in the due diligence. Rebecca Merrill is a dentist that's on your on Nachos all the time. I helped her. We went through 4 practices for her until she got the one she has now. So I helped her from beginning until day of closing with the buyer due diligence.
And this is what we need more of. We need more good people, because these decisions are once decisions. Most practice dentally by one practice, and I've seen it go great, and I've seen it go the opposite of great. And that's why we spend the time in the early stage of deciding.
I don't want to ever see another dentist that asks me for help buy a practice that they regret buying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
And I've seen it too often.
I love that you exist. I love that you're doing it. You got a great name. My wife's name is Mary. How can people reach out to you, Mary, if they want to learn more about what you do and work together with you?
The name of my business is The Dental Business, and it is Mary at thedentalbusiness.com. Sorry, that's a German Shepherd
That's
in
okay.
my window.
That's cool.
Mary at thedentalbusiness.com, and that's the best way to get me. My phone number's there.
And hold up your book one more time. I want to make sure people, where can they get that book?
Amazon
Awesome.
and at thedentalbusinessbook.com.
Awesome.
Thedentalbusinessbook.com.
Awesome, man. We have to come to Philly and visit us in person. Thanks so much for hanging with us.
Thank you for all you're doing for our community.
Awesome, Mary. Thanks. So those people like Mary, those are the people you want to meet and know about, because you might buy a second, a third, and you want an objective set of eyes on the people part of the practice.